Alright, hey YouTube, this is Team Extinction here, showing off what is kind of a retro deck profile. For those of you who don't know, retro dueling is exactly what it sounds like. It's pretty much you and a friend, or you and people you don't know. You build two decks, often identical, just from a different format, or you can just play two different decks from an old format. The reason we do this is just because it's a fun thing to do. And I feel it helps you get better at the game, because it puts you in situations that you're not used to being in, because you're not seeing a lot of the cards that you're used to playing in your current format and whatnot. So I feel it's a really good learning experience, and it's just a lot of fun, because you get sick of the current format a lot. And I found that to be really easy during this format, and possibly for our next format. But so it's a really good escape from the game, per se, and it is quite the learning experience. The deck I chose was a CalCat deck from the format after Darkstrike was banned, March 10, pre-Shining Darkness. It's the fairly standard build, but I made some modifications to tweak it for the mirror match, because I do have two identical cat decks. So first we'll get to a deck profile, then I'll show off some common plays and the text and everything. First off, standard. One cat, one monk, it's all what you were allowed. And then the 3 Airbellum. These are your main targets, there are more in the deck. These are what's best. And it's also just really good. It's like the Spirit Reaper. Next, you have your 2 Doom Cow. Serves the negation engine, great in the mirror. It's tough to beat around. And it's just an all-around good card. And hence the name CalCat. You have a GK engine to help you get into Arcanites and everything. Plus, it gets your Descendant Pops to kind of clear away back row so you can get into the big cat plays. And it's a big wall to get over. And at worst, it'll kill their Doom Cow. But you have to be very careful when setting your Spy, because if they mind control it, it usually means game if you get your mind control off. 2 Raikos, same goes in terms of the mind control. And this is another cat target, and it's a light for Chaos Sorcerer. Sangan, it's really good. Search for your monk, your cat, Raiko, Spy, most of the deck. 2 Cyber Dragon. This format, Chimera Tech was around, so if they go into Catastor or another Cyber Dragon. It's also really good for the cat plays, especially your Sidra, bringing the Airbellums. You can go to Thought Ruler, Stardust, a lot of things. And it's a really good out to Doom Cow. And it's another light. Caius. It kind of explains itself, because you'll have a lot of times Spies just sitting there. Gores. Dark Armed and Chaos Sorcerer. A lot of times these will wind up dead, but it takes a lot to get them off, and when they do, it really turns the game around a lot. And you have to constantly be able to play around it. Spell lineup. Brain Control, Mind Control, Enemy Controller. This matchup, I found Mind Control to be almost, if not more effective than Brain Control. Because you can get their Spy or Raiko, it's always huge. And the Brain Control, it's great for taking the Dark Armed or anything like an Airbellum. But this is always really big if you can flip their Spy and get off a cat play or something. Econ, same reason, also serves defensively. One of the most versatile cards in the game. Spell Trap Heat. Cold Wave. Broken. Big OTK enabler to an extent. You can't really OTK with this deck, but it really sets up a lot of plays. It makes it really tough to recover. Same goes for Heavy. And MST was at 1. 2 defense. My Body's a Shield seems like a weird tech card, but during the format there were a lot of just 1-for-1 monster destructions. And it's good to protect your Airbellums from Bottomless on the cat play, save you from Raiko, Descendant, Dark Armed, things like that. And Book, obviously it does, and you can reuse your Spies and your Raikos with it. Crossout, this was a tech that I added in just for the mirror match, to get around the Raikos and the Spies, and even the set Sangan. Smashing. I might up this to 2, because it is really good. Just get over Doom Cow and Thought Rulers. Draw, not really an engine, but a lot of draw cards. Allure, because you do have a lot of darks in the deck. Most decks play 2 Avarice. I cut it to 1 because a lot of times you will dead draw at least one of them. Trap lineup, pretty standard. 2 Deep Riz, 2 Bottomless, 2 Dust Tornado. Then it's your Dust Shoot, Solemn, and I added in the Dark Bribe because you need more outs to mind control and brain control and everything. And obviously Cold Wave. Alright. Now a few brief plays that most people know. There's the obvious Summon a Monk. I don't know, pitch a spell. Then grab a few Air Emblems, and obviously use Cat. What most people don't know, or a lot of people do know, but with this format, Rescue Cat reads that at the end phase, the monsters that he special summoned are destroyed. If you can clear one of them from the field, the other one does stay, as that was a UDE ruling at the date. So it's really good to know if you decide to play the deck. That's really the only common thing most people don't know. I'll be getting to the extra deck soon. That's really the only common thing that you need to know. Let's see. And what's the most important thing with this deck is just conserving your resources to clear their back row, or just get off the Cold Wave to save for the Cat play. And you have to play very defensively because you don't want to just keep getting poked by Air Emblem. And don't set unless you have an out to mind control. Now for the extra deck, you have, for level 5s, you have Catastor and Android. Android's really good to go into because there's not really many things to beat over it, and the life points do make a big difference in this kind of matchup. And Catastor does its job well. But you have to watch out for Cyber Dragon with Catastor. 6s, Bryo, and there's a Goyo. I just don't have one. But yeah, Bryo and Goyo. 7s first, 2 Arcanite. Really easy to get into because you have Spy, Descendant, and Summoner Monk, all as level 4 spellcasters. And it's just a really good card. Black Rose, and Ancient Fairy. You don't go in Ancient Fairy often for the mirror match. I mean, you can, but it doesn't come up too often. 8s. You have Stardust and Thought Ruler. I find that for this matchup, it's better to go into Thought Ruler, because most of the things in here will target, like there's the deep prisons, the econs, the mind control, brain control, things of that nature. Like Stardust, it's susceptible to deep prison, econ, everything. The only really outs they have to this are Smashing, which Stardust gets around, Reiko, and Descendant. So it's a double-edged sword. Next you have Colossal, the other level 8. You don't go into it that often. And Mistram is only level 9, because it was like the only good one that existed at the time. So anyways, that's CalCat, March 10, and that's Retro Dueling. So I hope you enjoy it, try it out with your friends. It's just a really fun thing to do, and I believe it does make you better at the game.